Kara from Lady Kara Tarot with a general reading for February 26th, Thursday, 2026. Excuse me. Today I'm doing a reading spread. It's an open reading, but the format of it is from my friend Sohini From the Desk of Sohini. She gave this spread in her response to my VR about bedside decks, and I just really loved this layout. So we begin with a topic. Ooh, time to act. Interesting. This was basically the beginning of yesterday's reading. And now I've already shuffled and cut my cards. This is the Tarot of the Divine, and I'm also using the Harmonious Tarot, both of which have kind of fairy tale energy, so we'll see how this goes. Sorry, that should have gone there. Oh, interesting. Okay. Wow, all majors from the fairy tale deck. Trying to prove something to me. Okay. Okay. So my first thought is, looking at this, there are no cups here. We have three majors from the Harmonious Tarot, and we have three different suits of minors from the Tarot of the Divine, and no cups. So right away, we know we're not necessarily operating from our emotions. The time to act would kind of tell us we are operating from a place of the wands more. And so now we're just going to, I'm going to start centrally here. We have the Six of Swords, a time to act, time to move. The Six of Swords tells us that it is time to move from a bad situation to a better situation. All of the depictions in this deck are a specific mythology or fairy tale. This is the Greek mythology, Danae and Perseus. The Six of Swords represents leaving behind tumultuous waters for a future that is calm and promising. After being imprisoned by her own father, Danae and her young son Perseus escape. Perseus will eventually grow to defeat the Gorgon Medusa. So healing, moving forward, stability, escape, and journeys, paired with justice, this great sense of balance and the ability to cut through. Sorry, I got called away by something that went on here at home. So we're paired here with this time of movement, with a sense of justice, of trying to balance things. Certainly that is what the Six of Swords does in a way represent balance, because it's moving, taking the action to move away from a difficult situation to a better situation where you can have more balance. Also the ability to cutting away from the old situation. So these are very much in sync with each other. Additional information that we have here, we have the devil. We have the devil that looks kind of like a monkey riding a cat, a monkey with a sword riding a cat, while a turkey looks on. And the floor is lava here. The floor is flame. So this is, we see why the cat is so so upset. So this really is an instance of being in a situation where you can't stay. Being in a situation where staying is absolutely untenable. And no matter what is holding you there, it's just not a sustainable situation. So this would be the understandable response of that. Paired this way with the Page of Coins. The Page of Coins, this is a story from Sweden, the Sami deity. The Page of Coins welcomes the beginning of spring and summer, a fresh start, the end of darkness. Päivi Neida represents hope, setting up solid foundations and mental wellness. She is grounded and anticipates the bright future, setting goals, loyalty, positivity, opportunities, manifestation. So this would be the result of these actions here. This benevolence and positivity. Here we have the Empress, this great fertility, fecundity, the greenery, lush greenery behind. She is obviously pregnant. She has a crystal ball, so able to foresee well how her actions will impact others. Paired here with the Six of Wands. This is a story from Burkina Faso. The Mosi legend, the Six of Wands represents victory and success. A warrior princess, Yenenga is her father's most prized fighter. Her skill is so great he never wishes to part with her, but she rebels. She seeks her own path and her own recognition for her deeds. And what an interesting pairing that is for the Empress, who is rather a recumbent, literally recumbent figure in most decks. Her activity is more passive, and here we have a female prototype of much more active activity. Much more. So now I also do want to read them this way. We have, so if it's time to act, it's time to act because we have this untenable situation that will, and your action that you're working towards is to be able to move away from that into calmer waters where you will be much more fruitful. You will be able to have a lot of happiness and take on new skills and new information and bring joy. And also, if you have children with you, they will also fulfill this situation. You will find a justice in having taken these steps that will further enable you to be much more active in your own behalf and for those that you care for. Thanks again, Suhini, for this lovely spread. I really like this interplay of the cards. I hope this was meaningful for you today. It seems to be, for having 3 different decks, it's a very straightforward and clear message. I think it's time. It's time to get moving here. And nothing but good awaits you. Now, if you wanted to look at this in terms of, we do have majors, they're longer term. Just because you move away from this doesn't mean that it's going to disappear. It's going to stay there. You will have just moved away from it to a place that is more fertile for you. It is possible that there may be legal proceedings cut down the road, but by moving away, you will have set yourself up well for the best possible outcome in those legal proceedings. It's almost saying that if you don't if you try to stay, if you try to hang on, you're endangering your own potential legal stance in this situation. Let me know if that makes sense to you. Also have to, the proviso, I'm not a lawyer. This doesn't take the place of consulting with a lawyer, which since justice comes up in this way, in this reading, and I have to say, I've been doing these general readings for well over at least a year now that I've been documenting them. And this has never come up this way, in a way that would make me think that it has to do with potential legal issues. So if that's ringing a bell for you, you know it's you, and this message is for you, but also the collateral message is you do need to see a lawyer to hammer out the details and to put yourself in the best possible position. You can do it at the same time as you're taking these steps, or at least make that contact. Start trying to make some contact. And it may also mean start documenting things right away in a very practical standpoint. Usually anything that's coming up with any kind of legal interaction, you want to have your documentation and copies of everything. So that surprisingly really practical side to this reading today. But it is time to act. The lion says so. And he's acting. Notice he's facing the past. So you're acting in response to things that have been happening. It would not be smart to let them ride. I hope this is helpful for you. This is Kara from Lady Kara Tarot. Thank you.